An incident that occurred in a residence on this street in Anaconda 5 years ago was recently scrutinized by the United States Supreme Court, and the decision it came to will have a national effect on the right police have of entering a private residence.
I never thought that I would ever work on anything that important in my career. Certainly, I didn't ever expect to have a case go up the United States Supreme Court.
The High Court upheld the Montana Supreme Court's decision that Anaconda police did not violate an Anaconda man's Fourth Amendment right to unlawful search and seizure when they entered his home in September of 2021 without a warrant. Police at the time suspected William Trevor Case was suicidal and planning to harm himself. Case ended up being shot and wounded by an officer after Case jumped out of his closet with a firearm. Case was eventually charged and convicted with assault on a peace officer and sentenced to 5 years in prison. Case argued to the Supreme Court that his case should have been dropped because police entered his home without a warrant. However, the High Court ruled that police had a reasonable basis to enter his home.
This decision is setting a bar not just for Anaconda, not just for Montana, but for the whole country. This is when you can go into somebody's house when you think there's an emergency situation going on inside.
Case's sister, Casey Betchy, told MTN News that she's disappointed with the Supreme Court's decision and believes police had no reason to enter her brother's home that evening. Krakoka believes that if the Supreme Court ruled in favor of Case, this would have had a chilling effect on policing.
What we would have wound up seeing is, in emergency situations, officers would have been reluctant to go into somebody's home to render aid, and we'd wound up seeing a lot more people die.
Local police applaud the Supreme Court's decision.
It's a good decision for law enforcement because it makes sense, and it makes our job a little easier, and it makes it so we can protect citizens better.
In Anaconda, John Amy, MTN News.